Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I wanted to give you a guide on the Reno, Rude and Elena EX2 battle in the Critical Threat event, and this battle has recommended power of 220,000. So we have three bosses that we have to fight at the same time, and each of them they have different elements of weakness. So Elena is weak to fire but resistant to ice. Then we have Reno, who is weak to ice but resistant to thunder, and Rude, who is weak to wind but resistant to fire. So as you can see, we have to use different elements because each of them is weak to other element but resists the other element. So ideally you want to bring either 3 elements weapons or materia just to be able to get rid of them. But also each of them has the X sigil, but personally I never seen the sigil phase so far, and I tested this battle many times so far. But also each of those bosses has different immunities. So on Elena you cannot decrease her defense, but you can decrease her physical attack if you want to. Then Reno you can decrease anything you want on him. He has almost no immunities. And Rude, you cannot decrease his physical attack, but if you want you can decrease his defense. And also, if you noticed, none of them are immune to poison. So I think this is a really good idea to bring some poison materia, and if you're lucky you could poison all 3 of them. But then again, poison, I find it very unreliable because you just have a chance to apply it, but it's still an idea. I'll be using Cloud, Sephiroth and Barret, and my team is at 180,000 power, so 40,000 below the recommended power for this battle. And Cloud and Sephiroth will be my DPS characters and Barret will be my healer and buffer. Let's go with Barret first. So I use his Gear Voucher costume and Satellite Beam as his limit break, and I use Micro Laser as his main weapon because it boosts heal, and most importantly it has this all cure materia slot, so I can use this cure materia for AoE heals. Then I have his assault gun because it has agitation, so it increases physical defense for all allies. And also I have a biomateria. I'll try to poison at least one of the bosses, so hopefully it will work. But also I have guard stick to increase Barret's heal a little bit. And then I have this event weapon that boosts the HP just a little bit. It's level 30, but it's still fine for Barret. So Barret is at 7.7 HP and also 1.9 heal. But I also have his physical defense at 126. Then I have Cloud with the Zidane outfit, Climb Hazard Limit Break and Ice weapon, but because ice is not this neutral element and Elena resists it, I also equipped physical fire and wind element materia. And also I have this event weapon that boosts HP and physical defense a little bit, and also this current event weapon because it boosts physical attack and ability potency just a little bit. So Cloud is at 7.9 HP and also 2.4 physical attack and has 118 physical defense. And lastly I have Sephiroth with his Wind Mastery costume and wind weapon, also Heliacal Rising as his limit break, and I have the Bahamut summon weapon because it boosts HP a little bit, and I have also this Sephiroth event weapon because it boosts physical defense and attack. So Sephiroth is at 7.2 HP and 2.6 physical attack. And lastly I have all my characters equipped with the X sigil, but like I already said, I tested this battle multiple times and I never found the need to use those X sigils. Also, as you already might have noticed, I have multiple empty materia and weapon slots on my characters, and that's because I wanted to lower my power and stats as much as I could. But for you definitely should equip all 3 elements unless you have elements of weapons for your characters. So for example, if you use Cloud and you have his ice weapon but you also have Sky Splitter, so his fire weapon, you should definitely equip that as well. But Sephiroth, I didn't equip any of the additional elements because wind is this neutral element in the spell and no of the bosses resist it. Also, this is only the team I'll be using, but there are many more other characters and setups that you could choose for this spell. Also, if you pulled on the anniversary banner for Sephiroth, his Protector's Blade is very good. This AoE non-elemental damage for all bosses is actually great, I think. But if you have strong non-elemental weapons, they are also very viable in this battle. So immediately I will switch to Barret, and I will stay on Barret for the remainder of the battle. And if you have two different elemental DPS characters, uncheck the boss. Oh, actually, nice, I applied poison. That's shocking. But now agitation, because Turk Bloodlust is coming, and switch to defense. But also, if you have two different elemental DPS characters, never check the boss, because AI is smart enough and they will target the boss they will deal most damage to. So Cloud targets Reno and Sephiroth will target Root anyway, so here this is the attack where we can't do anything other than attacking Root until we deplete the bar. So here I will just cast Agitation, because Elena and Reno, they decrease our physical defense, so I want to nullify it. But as soon as it's over, we can uncheck Root again, and I will actually use Climb Hazard and, well, my limit breaks that I have available. But also pay attention to that crosshair that you have on the boss, because if you want it to disappear, sometimes I realize it randomly appears back, and I'm not sure if it's intended or a glitch. I think not. And always pay attention to your other characters, how much ADB they have, and also their status, if they have their physical defense decreased. Elena can be annoying with those mega potions where she heals other bosses, other Turks. So actually I will use it again just to recover a little bit more, and Agitation. But after the other Root and Reno are dead, she will switch stances, because so far she has increased physical and magical defense, so we don't deal as much damage on her. But when she will switch stances to offensive one, then we'll do a lot more damage. And now attack stance, so now is the time to... Oh, actually, oh, poison again. But now it's time to do DPS and hopefully soon finish her off. I'll wait with the ADB, now cast Agitation and Defense. Cross combo, it targets only single character, so that's fine. I'll wait for Sephiroth and Cloud to attack. Always pay attention to the ADB, because ideally you want to switch stances after your DPS characters they use their ADB to attack, so you're not losing ADB or DPS. So again, but of course sometimes, as you can see, I don't really use my limit breaks, but I recommend as soon as you have them, you can always use them to build up another limit break. But yeah, she's almost dead. I think one more attack. I'll try to poison her again. Nope. And that's over. So, as I already said, if you have multiple elemental weapons, so for example Cloud with his ice weapon, but also the Sky Splitter, so fire weapon. I totally recommend equipping it, but also non-elemental weapons, they work really well, and as well as AoE weapons like the Protector's Blade for Sephiroth. It worked perfectly fine when I personally did it myself, but I think since Protector's Blade is a limited weapon and not many other characters have very good AoE weapons, I thought this guide will be better. But yeah, it's not a hard battle. I always compare Crash events to Sephiroth Crash events, and this battle compared to Sephiroth is much easier, I think. So I am hoping that you also can clear it without many issues, and I also hope this guide has helped you. So good luck on your own clear, and I hope to see you next one.